Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be trying to fix this car for much less than I expected. I hope. Stay tuned. So recently, not recently, but a few months ago, I got this Porsche 911 from a corporate auction, and it was stated as it was flooded, and thankfully it wasn't. It was just something that was listed on the auction. But on the other hand, what was problematic is the sound of the engine, and here I'm going to show you, and hopefully you'll hear it. There is a tick coming from the engine. That tick is from lifters. In order to replace these lifters, it's gonna cost me, just in parts itself, around $1,500 to $2,000 parts only. That will require the engine to be dropped, the timing to be redone, and in that case I might as well just separate the transmission from it and do the IMS, rear main seal, and all that shebang, which will then increase the whole project from being $3,000 to $5,000, who knows. I paid for this car $6,700 it was my winning bid, $6,700, with all the fees and taxes. It's going to be like $7,300. It's before they increased the fee on the car. So I recently came across a product that suggested it may fix this. Those sticking valves are caused by old oil that was just clogged the old passages in those lifters. So I came across this product that suggests it's supposed to clean it up. I don't trust many people when they say that this is gonna work. So here I decided to do this myself and hopefully get my car fixed. And in this case, if it will work, which I really hope it will, but I have not really high hopes on this, I will save a ton of money, because this set, which comes with the fuel system treatment and the oil system treatment, costs $70. I will leave the link in the description for it. And as I said, to replace the parts, it's gonna be like $5,000 to $7,000 to this project. So I read the description of this, and it says I need to put it in the oil. It didn't specify if the oil is supposed to be warm or not, but I would suggest it probably should be, because it also says that I need to run the engine for about 10 minutes or more at high idle. High idle could be 2,000 RPM, could be 3,000 RPM. For this car, I'm pretty sure it's 3,000 RPM because the red line is 7. So, without further ado, I'm gonna just open that thing, fill it with this thing, and rev my engine for about 10-15 minutes. Oh, it also says it's supposed to treat up to 8 quarts. This car takes 9. So, I hope that extra quart of oil is not going to be disappointed. So let me get this done. So from the 2 containers, this is the one that's for the oil treatment, says diesel or gasoline, and on the back it does say that high idle for about 10 or more minutes, the change motor oil and filter, which I already have, and one can treat 4 to 8 quarts. Yeah, so let's see how this is going to work. I already warmed up the car, so doing the high idle shouldn't be a big problem for me. We have some condensation in the back of it. So let me put this away because I cannot do it with one hand. That here. It's not easy to open it too. Okay. Now let's fill this in. So let's get going. It is a little cold outside. And let's see, because I need to have a timer set. That is 1 o'clock. It says 1 o'clock here. It's not correct, but let's go. Let's go at least until 14 minutes. So I'll come back to you. By the way, I already have a oil treatment added to the fuel, because I believe that it could be also a problem.
15 minutes later.
Okay, so it's been 13 minutes since I've been doing that. When I started it, the RPMs were at 2500, and then they slowly creeped up to 3000, even though my foot was steady, so I now released it a little bit to keep it around 3000. The oil pressure has been at 4, now it dropped to closer to, but what concerns me a little bit is the temperature. It's been rising slowly, and I don't know, hopefully it's because the car is stationary. So far everything sounds okay. I think the note of the engine has changed, so it sounds a little bit better. So now it's 14. I'm just gonna give it up to 15 and actually let it idle a little bit and put it in the garage so I can change the oil. Okay. Yeah, I had to turn on the heat on high because I'm not sure how good the fan is working on the radiators, so this will help to cool down the engine as well. And after I did that, the rise of temperature has slowed down a little bit. Alright, I think it's good to let it. Alright, let's go listen to the outset and bring the car into the garage. Still hear some knocking, but let's bring the car in, lift it up and change the oil and let it cool down a little bit because it's freakish hot as heck. Alright. Alright, the car is in the garage. I'm gonna put it on the jack, but first I wanted to let it cool down a little. It was a little concerning to me when I was backing into the garage space. So there is a small hill, and for a quick second the light for the oil came on, and the pressure of the oil was really close to zero, which is a little bit concerning to me. The ticking is still there, but we still have the old oil. So I'm gonna let it cool down, go change into something that I won't get messy, and lift this car, drain that freaking oil, and hopefully it will be okay. And at this point I don't have much hope. I'll bring you back on when the car is on the air and I about to drain the oil. So, alright, the engine had some time to cool down. I do see the oil pan is a little wet. Not sure if that's from this thing or not. But anyway, I'm gonna drain this oil and see what's up. The oil is probably still hot, so I'll try to do it really quick. These are not the gloves for this. Okay, it's not too bad. This is a new oil that I have bought not that long ago, like almost a year ago. And the oil comes out to be really clean. I like this inspection split that they are doing. And the oil does smell like pine, like that pine cleaner for the house. So it smells nice a little. New filters in. But close this thing because it's gonna drip for a very long time. I wanted to take a look at this filter and look inside to find that it's perfectly clean. There is no metal in it. The only thing is shiny is the oil. So this filter is fine. And so is the oil. After I sent it for an exam in the Blackstone Labs, they said that they found a little bit more steel in the oil than it should be, which I'm guessing the steel from the lifters. So if this is not gonna help, I'm pretty sure I would need to replace the lifters, which is gonna be expensive, and I'm not really looking forward to doing that. But other than that, the car drives well and everything seems to be fine, except that ticking noise. So let me close this back and fill it back with oil, and we'll see and hear how it sounds after that. Okay, so oil is now filled with all those liquid moly from FCP. Now it's time to start it and see if it did help or it didn't. So, moment of truth. The oil pressure is building up. Oil level is fine. So here, as you see, it did not help my car. And now I would need to spend the unwanted $1,200 on lifters only. Because lifters, the covers, then I need to buy the tool to lock the engine in a tablet center that it will not move because I need to remove the chains. At the time it's 100,000 miles on the car, might as well replace the chains, and then it's just a rolling ball that will never end. So, on this horrible disappointment, I wish you a well day, and I hope you have better luck with cars than I do. But at least it still drives until the engine blows out, so I'll just drive as it is. Bye, and thank you for watching. Hope it was helpful for you. Wait, if you're still here, I wanted to just make an addition. So it's the day after I did the oil change flush on the Porsche with a valve tapping sound. And I did notice some improvement from that product. The tapping sound did get worse because the oil got really thin and the oil pressure dropped. So my engine just has passed that point where this product would help, but it did help. I did notice that the tapping sound, when it was previously coming from both sides of the engine, because it's flat six, now it only comes from one side of the engine, and I'm particularly hearing one cylinder that's tapping the worst. I've been trying to also add additives that's supposed to make the oil thicker. That helped a little. It does tap a little quieter, but it still taps quite a bit. And it's, again, only taps on one side. So that one cylinder that I have, which I'm not really sure which one yet, is past the point of fixing it with an additives or engine flushes like that product that I used. But I'm aware that the product does help. Just my engine is just past the point of being helped at this age. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time, hopefully with some other projects that's gonna work better than this one. Bye.